Come on in.
Swish and swipe. I'm swishing, I'm swiping, but you won't hear me griping, cause I'm blessed in my house today. I really dig it, I get it. It only takes a minute to keep my house looking this way. And you should see me move when I'm getting in the groove with a can-do attitude, or I fly so high when I'm swishing and swiping. No, you won't hear me griping, cause I'm blessing my house today. And that's right. I've made it a habit, there's nothing hard about it. Just 15 minutes a day. I'm cleaning, I'm flinging, I do my quick routines, and I'll soon be able to play. You should see me smile when I'm sprucing up this tile. Only takes a little while and I'm done. And it's fun when I'm swishing and swiping. No, you won't hear me griping, cause I'm blessing my house today. Here we go now. Swish and swipe. And round I scroll, just to once around this tub, and things are looking up, and I fly so high when I'm swishing and swiping. No, you won't hear me griping, cause I'm blessing my house today. That's right, I'm blessing my house today.
Well, welcome. Yep. We're back at it today. We don't miss a beat around here. Robert's taking going to the grocery store and taking off the trash. So trash day is happening. It's usually on Tuesdays, and I'm ready for things to get back to normal. Ready for everybody to get back to normal. So let's get started. I'm thankful you're here. There's a lot of people that aren't here, but they must be traveling and doing some good stuff. So everybody get settled down. Where's my shawl? I got to put my prayer shawl on. Yesterday it was quite... I'll get it here. It's heavy. But the Lord lifts us up and takes care of us, and this is just beautiful, I think. I just love the idea of putting on the cloak, so to speak. Anyway, let's settle down. Let's stop the chatting online. Let's get centered, and let's just go to the Lord in prayer to start today off. Dear Father in heaven, thank you so much for this day and all the days of our lives. Thank you for giving us the blessings that you have bestowed on us. Thank you for giving us a purpose to our lives. Even though the evil one tries to keep us from that purpose, you've given us a purpose, and I am so happy that I know what my purpose is, and that I'm helping other people to find their purpose. Forgive us of our sins. Keep us safe in the arms of the Lord. Protect us from the demons that are out there trying to snare us day in and day out. Keep peace in our mouths. Keep our words loving. Help us to help others. Thank you so much for my little niece, who is my great niece, who didn't fall asleep during bath time today. That we just take those blessings and we just give you all the glory. She's growing and she is beautiful. Please keep my brother-in-law Jay in your prayers. He has not been feeling very good the last couple of days, so keep him in your prayers. And thank you for this life. Thank you for the chance. Thank you for this time that we're living. Keep our homes safe and guide us to what we're supposed to be doing. These things I ask in Jesus' holy name. Amen. Okay, let's read Proverbs. Are you ready? We're on Proverbs chapter 6. Let me get my eyes working. That is just the right angle. My speaker is just the right angle to hold the Bible. Warnings against folly is what this chapter is labeled. We're reading from Proverbs chapter 6. It's the 6th day of July, and we are reading, "My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, if you have struck hands in pledge for another, if you have been trapped by what you said, ensnared by the words of your mouth, then do this, my son, to free yourself. Since you have fallen into your neighbor's hands, go and humble yourself. Press your plea with your neighbor. Allow no sleep to your eyes, no slumber to your eyelids. Free yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, like the bird from the snare of the fowler. Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider the ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer, no ruler. Yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest. How long will you lie there, you sluggard? When will you get up from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a bandit. The scarcity like an armed man, a scoundrel and villain, who goes about with a corrupt mouth, who winks with his eye, signals with his feet, and motions with his fingers, who plots evil and deceit in his heart. He always stirs up dissension. Therefore, disaster will overtake him in an instant, and he will suddenly be destroyed without remedy. There are 6 things the Lord hates. 7 that are detestable to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a man who stirs up dissension among brothers. Warning against adultery. This is the subtopic of this. My son, keep your father's commands and do not forsake your mother's teachings. Bind them upon your heart forever. Fasten them around your neck. Then when you walk, they will guide you. When you sleep, they will watch over you. When you wake, they will speak to you. For these commands are a lamp. This teaching is a light, and the correctness of discipline are the way to life, keeping you from the immoral woman, from the smooth tongue of the wayward wife. Do not lust on her heart after her beauty, or let her captivate you with her eyes. For the prostitute reduces you to a loaf of bread, and the adulteress preys upon your very life. Can a man scoop fire into his lap without his clothes being burned? Can a man walk on hot coals without his feet being scorched? Is he who sleeps with another man's wife? No one who touches her will go unpunished. Men, do not despise a thief if he steals, to satisfy his hunger when he is starving. Yet, if he is caught, he must pay sevenfold, though it costs him all the wealth of his house. But a man who commits adultery lacks judgment. Whoever does so destroys himself. Blows and disgrace are his lot, and his shame will never be wiped away. For jealousy arouses a husband's fury, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. He will not accept any competition. He will refuse the bribe, however great it is. Warning against the adulteress. My son, keep my word. Well, no, that's chapter 7. Okay. That's tomorrow. Wow. Proverbs always just opens my eyes. Okay, we're in day 6 of Back to Basics. Chaos to Clean. I call it Back to Basics. I should have named it that. In 31 easy baby steps. Let's find the hot spots in your home. It's any flat surface that collects clutter. Clear it off. You know, those hot spots, they make our house look messy. Hotspot focus. Grab your timer, set it for 2 minutes, and clear off that cluttered surface. I tell you what, y'all, if we kept our hot spots clear, our house would always look clean. It really would. Okay. So, I dropped my microphone. It's Plan and Play Day. And some of that was covered in Proverbs. The first part of our Proverbs chapter was not pledge your wealth to somebody else. Don't co-sign a note. And if you do, you need to pay off their debt to get you out from under it, because you're going to be left holding the bag. So that's a great teaching. It's a really great teaching. So, folks, there's a storm coming in Florida. It's across the Keys right now. It's coming into southern Florida, but it's not a superstorm. It's the barometric pressure is over 1,000, which when the barometric pressure on a hurricane drops below 1,000 into the 950 range, then it's a storm. But right now it's traveling. It's got wind speeds of 50 miles an hour. Now listen, if you live in Florida, you listen to your local people. Listen to your local people. If you need to evacuate, the storm surge is about 2 feet. Now what that storm surge is when the tropical depression or hurricane crosses from water to land, it pushes water with it. It's like having a straw and the water sucked up in that straw. And I've seen storm surges of 27 feet, even more. This is going to be a lot of rain, a little bit of wind, but you don't want, it's 50 mile an hour winds right now. But you just have to get through it. And it's going to come up our direction. We're going to get some rain out of it. We could use some rain. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Learn about the storms. I have seen storms come up in this direction before. Hurricane Charlie. That was a terrible storm. It was a terrible storm. I had people in our Fly Lady family that went through that storm, and the eye of the storm came over their house, and they were building another house at the same time. So they had damage in 2 houses, and she's huddled in her closet as this storm is coming over, because we watched it make a right turn into Punta Gorda, Florida. And Justin and I were watching the radar, and we saw it turn on a dime. Turn on a dime. We saw it happen. But it was a big, tight storm. This is a broader storm. And you just can't be afraid. You have to be prepared. And that's what Plan and Play Day is all about. Let's be prepared. Be prepared. You know, if you get stuck in your house and you can't go anywhere because the streets are flooded. I see streets flooded a lot of times on YouTube. And there's this kid in Maine or Massachusetts or Connecticut. I don't really know where he is. But he goes all over and cleans out storm drains, so water flows. When the water doesn't back up, the streets stay clear. And he does it as a public service, because he makes videos of it and he has the best time. And he enjoys doing it. Keep your storm drains clean. Robert and I have cleaned out our culvert over our bridge in the past, when it brought down a lot of trees and it just blocked up our big old culverts. Almost took out our bridge, but we got down in there with our waders on and we cleaned things out. Be prepared. Make sure your storm drains are clean. Make sure that your patio furniture is under cover in the house if you have to, so that it's not going to be blowing everywhere. Make sure that you have plenty of water, because your water systems could get messed up and you may have to, it doesn't matter what kind of water you drink, what kind of water you use to flush the toilet. It's the water you drink that's got to be safe. And come up with a new way to cook. I've got an essay I was putting in this morning. It's called No Power, No Problem. If we don't have any power, we have a backup generator right out this window. But in the past, we hadn't always had that. And we had a fireplace, and we could cook on the fireplace if we needed to. We could do what we had to do to stay safe. We have plenty of food. All it needs is a little water. And you just have to be prepared for storms. because they're going to come. The storms of life are going to happen. And it can be lots of things. It could be a train derailment. It could be like Iowa had last year. They had a derecho, which was straight line winds coming through the whole state. It went for hundreds of miles and destroyed lots of things in its path. Be prepared for snowstorms. We've gotten as high as 27 inches in one snowfall. So you ain't going anywhere when it's that much snow. We've had our power go out more for flooding than anything else. Anything else. We have had 10 inches of rain in a 24-hour period right where we are. 10 inches of rain, and our bridge almost went out at that time. So be prepared for storms. Being able to feed your family, having food in the house, put a few extra things on your grocery list. Have some backup bread and milk in the freezer. Yeah, you can freeze milk if you have to. I have powdered milk if we need it. We have there's always, where there's a will, there's a way. You just have to have it in your house. Be prepared. You never know when something, I have felt so sorry for the people in Surfside, Florida, who lost everything in the collapse of that building. Lost everything. And then they brought down the rest of the building. They lost everything. Robert and I looked at each other, and we were talking at dinner the other night, and we just thought, if we lost everything and we still had each other, we'd just build back. We'd do what we had to do. We'd probably get us a camping trailer or something to put out in the yard, hook it up to our sewer system, and we'd set up some water system because we got to pump, and all we'd have to do is, take care of things. We would build back, probably the same size house, not much bigger. We'd be fine. We would be fine. It is what it is. We're not attached to our things. We're attached to our critters. We love our critters. But if something happened to them, we wouldn't hide our love under a bushel. We would go get more critters when we had room for them. We have 2 cats and 1 dog right now. We've had as many as 3 dogs. At one time 4 dogs. And they could go through some food, I'm telling you. But we'd be fine. We would be fine because we're not attached to things. We're attached to each other. And life goes on. And if life doesn't go on, we would both we'd be sad, but we would go on with life. We wouldn't give up. Because God has a plan for us. God has an amazing plan for our lives. Right now, it includes us as a team. So take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Being prepared. My neighbor brought me more squash this morning. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get it going. I'm going to get it cooking. Yep, I'm going to get it cooking. And that way, we will have food. We will have some amazing food for our families. For our family, yeah. Because a sweet neighbor brought me squash. He doesn't even know why he plants squash. I guess it's just to give it away. What a wonderful man. Just to give it all away. 'Cause he done cook it. But it's some pretty squash. So I'm going to wash up some squash. I'm going to get it steaming and put it in some Ziploc bags, and we will be good to go. Yeah. We're like that ant preparing for winter. We're putting things away. As when you have a bounty, learn how to put things away. I watched a Homestead Heart yesterday. She did a video. She was putting up she was putting up broccoli and cauliflower. And I got my heart broken one time over broccoli worms because I had grown some of the most amazing broccoli, but they would get into the little cracks of the little florets of the broccoli. And I didn't want to put up broccoli that was going to be wormy. But what she did is she put a 1/4 cup of salt in a gallon of water and poured it over her broccoli and let it set for 30 or 40 minutes. And it drew out the worms. And then she blanches it. I mean, you got to check what she did yesterday. Homestead Heart. She put up broccoli and cauliflower that she had grown. She had grown. So everybody, be like the ant. Prepare some things. Put them away. As Homestead Heart says, grow your groceries. Grow your groceries. Grow your groceries. I love that. I love it. So y'all, be good, kind, and sweet. Good to yourself. Kind to others. Like my neighbor was kind to me, bringing me squash. I made him a squash casserole and he really liked it. Kind to others, and let the joy and the sweetness that's in your heart. Yes, Homestead Heart is on YouTube. Let that joy just overflow and show the world that you live for Jesus because of the kindness in your heart. So y'all, I'll be back here at 3 o'clock. We will tell a story of some kind and take a break together. Somebody's talking about Brussels sprouts. That's making me hungry. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself. Please share our videos on YouTube. If you share, write down in the comments where you've shared the video, and Liz will collect them. We'll probably only be doing the share drawing for the rest of July, and then we're going to stop because we had only 12 shares yesterday on Facebook. Yeah. Anyway, if your power goes out, don't open your freezer. Don't lock it and don't let anybody open the freezer. Tape it shut. Anyway, be good, kind, and sweet, and I will see you at 3. Bye. And as Gemma says, and this is for Gemma and Mikey.